and gentlemen, it is time for the moment everybody has been waiting for. The official release of Georgia's 2025/26 SEC conference schedule. We learned the opponents roughly over a month, 2 months ago now, I believe, in early June. So we know the opponents. We know who Georgia will be playing. Now we know the dates they will be playing. And I find it a little ironic that we got Georgia's conference games before the Charleston Classic game. And the Charleston Classic was announced in January while the season was going on. So that's crazy. But anyway, we got it. I was waiting. I'm going to check one more time before I read it. I was waiting to see perhaps a graphic by our basketball making or our graphics team, but I have not seen one yet. I'm still reading some of these posts of them reacting to their teams, and I don't believe I've seen a graphic yet. I do not see a graphic yet at all. And that's okay. It takes a little while because we will read from GeorgiaDogs.com then about it. So what we do know is Georgia will be opening the season. I'm just going to quote directly from GeorgiaDogs.com. I'll screenshot it and put it on the screen. The Georgia Bulldogs will open their Southeastern Conference slate by hosting Auburn on Saturday, January 3rd, in the first of 6 games against 2025 Sweet 16 teams to visit Stegeman Coliseum this winter. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Ole Miss, and Tennessee, which all reached the second week of March Madness, are also on the Bulldogs' home slate, as well as additional NCAA tournament participations. Texas A&M. All told, 15 of Georgia's 18 SEC contests this season will be against teams that participated in NCAA tournament. 5 of the Bulldogs' 9 home SEC contests will be on Saturdays. In addition to Auburn on January 3rd, Georgia will also host Arkansas January 17th, Texas A&M January 31st, Texas February 21st, and South Carolina February 28th. The league office announced the majority of the weeknight games with a Tuesday-Wednesday destination to be finalized later, along with TV destinations. The Bulldogs weeknight home dates are Ole Miss on January 13th/14th, Tennessee January 27th/28th, Florida February 10th and 11th, and Alabama on March 3rd and 4th. So that did not say what our actual schedule was, I believe. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pulling up a document. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right here. So, and overall, we'll play January 3rd. We open up the season we open up SEC play January 3rd versus Auburn. And Tuesday, Wednesday, January 6th or 7th at Florida. Then Saturday, January 10th at South Carolina. Tuesday and Wednesday versus Ole Miss on January 13th and 14th versus Ole Miss. Saturday, January 7th versus Arkansas. Tuesday, Wednesday, January 20th and 21st at Missouri. Saturday, January 24th versus at Texas. Tuesday, Wednesday, January 27th and 28th versus Tennessee. Saturday, January 23rd versus Texas A&M. Saturday, February 7th at LSU. Tuesday, Wednesday, February 10th, 11th versus Florida. Saturday, February 14th at Oklahoma. Tuesday, Wednesday, January 17th and 18th at Kentucky. Saturday, February 21st versus Texas. Tuesday, Wednesday, February 25th and 26th at Vanderbilt. In the final 3 games of the season for Georgia, February 28th versus South Carolina, March 3rd or 4th, Tuesday, Wednesday versus Alabama, and Saturday, March 7th versus Mississippi State. So, It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a fun season. I'm going to screenshot this. This will actually what I'll use in my video. It's very in depth. That is absolutely wonderful. And remember, no times or anything has been announced yet. So, no television channels, no time, none of that. Just the date of the games. We're very excited for the season. I mean, we really are. We are so excited. There it is. There's the official graphic I was looking for. It just means more. The 2025-26 SEC schedule is here. Yeah, man, this is wonderful. And I say this. Auburn, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Florida, Texas, South Carolina, and Alabama at home. Those are. It looks like we got more road games than home games. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we got the same amount of games. Sorry, I apologize. It looked like we had more road games than home games. But anyway, very excited for the season to start, obviously. You know, it's almost here. It is almost here. And I'm surprised that list did not include an exhibition game. But I assume that comes later on in time. But without getting distracted, very excited for the season to start. I feel like this is going to be one of Georgia's best seasons. You know, you have to think, how do you top last year? You made the NCAA tournament last year. How do you top last year? And that's by winning. That's by winning a game in the tournament. And you ask me, I absolutely believe that Georgia is going to make the NCAA tournament again and even win a game or two, because I just feel like that's going to happen. This Georgia team returns what it needs to return. This Georgia team returns who they need to return. They bring in what they need to bring in. And I feel like it's going to go very, very good for Georgia. Now, obviously, you're going to have games. Excuse me. You're going to have games, especially on this schedule, the SEC schedule, that you're gonna hit a game like Texas A&M. Well, I hope not, but you're gonna hit a game like Tennessee last year, where you just didn't play good in the second half. But like I said, at home versus Auburn, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Florida, Texas, South Carolina, and Alabama. Those are absolutely games I believe Georgia should win. And then you look at the other part. I think Georgia could beat South Carolina. I think Georgia could beat Missouri. I think Georgia beats Texas. I think Georgia beats LSU and Oklahoma. I think Georgia beats Vanderbilt. And I think Georgia beats Mississippi State. So, that's easily over 20 wins. And I know that's a little high judgment right there, but with the way this schedule is, I absolutely believe Georgia is in Georgia basketball in 2026 season is in good hands. This is going to be a season to remember, and we are all absolutely very, very excited for it to come. It's getting closer. It absolutely is. Yep. Just making sure that Spice says, with the exception of 2 games, making the final day of the regular season a bunch of rivalry games absolutely rocks. Have to give credit where credit is due. Yeah, and the only rivalry games that are not that is Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Georgia at Mississippi State. But hey, man, I mean, This is going to be really, really fun. Really, really, really fun. I am so excited for the season to start. We're almost here, ladies and gentlemen. So, once again, Georgia's SEC basketball schedule is out. Georgia's entire schedule is almost out. They just have to get one game, and that's the Charleston Classic game, which 99% of me is saying is going to be versus West Virginia. But with how long it's been since that game was released, I'm not sure who it will be against. But anyway, that's it. Georgia's schedule is out. You see it on the screen. Georgia's SEC schedule is out. You see it on the screen. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So let's go Hoop Dogs. And like I said, Georgia easily can win all their games, in my opinion. So go Hoop Dogs.
Improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.